Good morning. It's basically first thing in the morning, Monday. Get my laundry going, working. So my brother came over yesterday. I finally put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I had been resisting doing that because I've been told by people that I need to be accessible, because I'm sick. And so but it's fine for 10 minutes. There's not gonna be some emergency here at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even on the list, so it's fine. But my brother was here yesterday, and it was just the two of us, because usually my roommate helps him with his cat. His cat's sick, and so he wanted to start talking about what I have to eat for my liver. And he's very much like a listener of Joe Rogan, which I have nothing against Joe Rogan. If I had time to listen to 3-hour podcasts, I would probably give him a listen if I liked his guests. But I just don't have time. I used to listen to podcasts a lot. I'm not one of those people that if the orthodoxy tells me not to like a guy, I don't like him. I have nothing against him. I have nothing against the things he pushes and what he believes in. And yeah, but my brother is a little bit of a tinfoil hat kind of guy, and I've said that to his face. I'm not, speaking out of turn. And he's like, I don't trust doctors, and they keep prescribing all of this stuff, and it's like, well, and I showed him my liver transplant manual, because I don't think it's really real to my nuclear family. I mean, it's more real to my brother because he's here. But I showed him my UCLA transplant manual, and there's a section, a tab, where they talk about nutrition, and he's like looking through, and he's like, Jesus, and I think it's occurring to him, oh, this isn't just something I can fix by telling you to take supplements like I do, and eat keto. It's not going to suddenly make this okay. And I'm happy that somebody in my immediate family can see that, because I don't think my parents are, one, I don't think they're very concerned, and two, I don't think they realize the severity of the situation. But I mean, how many times am I gonna cry about that, right? So, but yeah, he was, and he's trying to get me to eat sardines. He says that because they have their skin on, they have all the calcium and omega-3s you need, and you're just gonna have to eat them. And maybe I've never had a sardine before, but maybe it is another thing I'm gonna have to just hold my nose and eat. We'll see. But yeah, he's like, I don't want to trust doctors. I'm like, well, okay, in your case, fine, but in mine, what choice do I have? What can I do? I'm not gonna be Steve Jobs and like go, have somebody chant over me and die anyway, right? Like, I am fully aware that I need Western medicine to keep me alive. And I've always been a strong proponent of Western medicine, even though I know it's predatory and exploitative. I mean, that's just capitalism. It gets into everything, but it's still my best option. It's the thing that's going to keep me alive. The pills I take, the things I do recommended by my doctor, like not taking supplements and not, the things that they tell you to do, I'm doing them, and I'm feeling great for it. And I'm looking at cirrhosis Reddits, and people are like, yeah, well, I mean, the recommendations aren't very helpful. Like, don't drink, eat low sodium. And it's like, they're like, well, we want supplements. We want to know what we can take. And it's like, just do what the doctor tells you to do. Just do that. Like, it sucks not to drink anymore. If you're an addict, I get it, that you're going to have to it's a long struggle, you know, and putting down the whatever, you know, and picking up a berry. It sucks, but it can be done. It has to be done. You know, milk thistle's not going to swoop in and save the day. You have to do the things. You have to take the exercise. Like, the shortcuts people still want to take when they're deathly ill just blow my mind. Like, and my brother isn't. That's not what he was trying to express to me. I get that. That was a little bit of a tangent. My brother was trying to help, you know, and from his perspective. And in his life, you know, the advice he's taken from Joe Rogan and the people on that show has helped him. He's in great shape. All his aches and pains are gone. The dude's in his early 50s and he feels like he's in his 20s. He looks great. He's lost a ton of weight, you know, not like me. So yeah, I say go keep doing that until it doesn't help you anymore. But for me, that's not the answer. I can't be going into keto. I can't. Because then my body will start eating my muscle, and I need to keep what I have. You know, I'm still okay right now. I still have, you know, they tested my grip strength and my, you know, my balance and how many times I can get up from a chair and stuff. So, you know, according to those parameters, I'm still okay. And apparently, there's a lot of people who get really frail with liver disease and can't even do that. Can't even get up from a chair more than once. So and plus I made it clear to him that, you know, although my bills are paid, I'm being walloped by this medical stuff between co-pays and time off work and pharmaceuticals and, you know, and other sundries I have to buy, you know, and the more expensive food and of course, you know, rent goes up every year. It's like, there's no extra money. I'm not going to be buying, you know, because he was suggesting that I buy those $4 salads from Trader Joe's. I'm like, I can't afford to buy a bunch of $4 salads. I need, you know, things that go a little further than that right now. But I wasn't trying to, you know, I don't need anything from anybody. I was just letting him know the situation. It's not, you know, sunshine. It's actually very dire. But, you know, he flipped through just the nutrition section. I don't think he wanted to see anything else. And he's the first person in my entire life besides me who's flipped through that, who's showed any kind of interest. So, you know, he had to stop because it's big. It's big reading what it says there. You know, and I don't think he wants to think of his little sister as going through this, especially not now. But he did, and I thank him for that. You know, it means a lot to me that somebody cares enough to look into it, to take an interest in the materials I have, and to, you know, ask questions. I have another friend that I talked to this weekend. It's the same, you know, she asked questions, she took an interest, and that feels wonderful. I mean, obviously Heather and my roommate, they care. I'm not talking about them. You know, they're great. They're my caretakers. They're there. They're listening. They hear it all. You know, my roommate's doesn't have to ask questions. He's there with me. But like, you know, it's just a nice feeling, especially when your own mother's just indifferent at best. Which I don't think she's really indifferent. I think she's just wrapped up in her own drama. But yeah, that was an interesting thing that happened yesterday. It's interesting how the dynamics between my brother and I have changed because, you know, he never really liked me as a kid. I was his little sister. I was annoying and I was weird. And I looked funny. I dressed funny. And I probably smelled weird. You know, little kids, they're not good at cleaning themselves. You know, and when your parents aren't really taking great care of you, you're not just gonna go hop in a shower at 6 years old, you know. Anyway, so it was nice seeing my brother, and I'm pretty sure I'll see him tonight. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.